up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, guys, let's talk about modes of transport. 3 ways you can travel to Tanzania when you receive a car. Yes, last time we were talking about how you can buy a car in Zambia. More than 95% of our cars in Zambia are from Japan. They are made in Japan. We have proved this time and again. Most of these cars have been proven, and most of the cars, I'm not saying we don't have other models, and most of the cars we have are Toyota. So Zambia drives a lot of Toyota. So 3 ways in which you can get your car from Dar-es-Salaam. Zambia has no sea coast. Zambia is a landlocked country with 8 neighbors. So you find that when we receive cars, we order cars online. That is where some of us learned the skill of ordering cars from Japan. Like as early as 2002, 2003, we started picking vehicles. Those days we would get most of our vehicles in Durban. When you buy a car, we would put in Durban. But like I said in my last video, Durban became risky. Durban became expensive to collect a car. That's how we switched and concentrated to Dar-es-Salaam in Tanzania. So when you get a car from Tanzania, you order a car from here, it will arrive in Tanzania, and that is how more than 95% of our vehicles have found their way to Lusaka. Like I've always told people, especially before the pandemic, I had been to Tanzania from maybe around 2003, 2004. I've been going to Dar-es-Salaam, Tanzania for around 2004, and we are going to so close to like more than 15 years. And in these more than 15 years, I have picked more than 100 cars. So I know the business. So in case you are buying a car, there are people who have been asking, particularly people coming from the diaspora, people who want to relocate to Zambia, people who want to come here for a season, you want to buy a good car. I have told people, one of the things, if you insist, I still tell them, buy your car locally. But if you don't insist, you want to listen to me, I discourage people from getting their vehicles locally here in Zambia. Why? It's because local vehicles, by the time you are buying a second-hand vehicle, you know, we already buy these vehicles already second-hand. And I can tell you, Japanese have got good service record. They have got good roads, maybe good fuel, which is not dirty fuel, so their vehicles are intact. So 3 ways in which when your car arrives, what you do is that DHL, they'll send their documents, the company you have bought from. Last time, in case you missed it, you can check in the link in the description down below. Other ways in which the most recommended site where you can order your car. Order your car, check through a list of thousands and thousands of cars. Then, so buy a car from there, put it in Dar-es-Salaam, CIF, cost, insurance, freight. Yes, it must have those things. So when it arrives there, you have to drive to Dar-es-Salaam, have your agent send your papers. Don't go with your papers unless you have got a purpose to live in Tanzania more than 1 week. When you reach them, you have to send them to Dar-es-Salaam to your known agent. And I was saying last time, never go to Tanzania never send your papers to Tanzania somebody you have never met. It goes with experience. I know a lot of agents personally. I do, even up to now, I carry people's cars. That is also my side hustle, which I do. You buy a car, I go and collect it for you. You take me, you give me a flight, I fly to Dar-es-Salaam. There were sometimes I would go to Tanzania for many other reasons, even for early to business I was doing. So number 1, you can go by air. Air Tanzania, Air Rwanda. There is my favorite, which is Fast Jet. Fast jet literally will take, let me even give you statistics. If you use things like Air Tanzania from Zambia to Tanzania, depending on the flight schedule and also the time you bought the ticket, sometimes from here to Dar-es-Salaam it can literally take under 2 hours. Less than 2 hours you're in Dar-es-Salaam. Can you hear me? I've used the fast jet. I'm sure you are seeing the pictures I'm using now where I was flying fast jet. Yes, I'm on fast jet. Under 2 hours. Dar-es-Salaam. Very simple. There is another one. You use their Tanzanian buses, which we call Takwa. There is Falcon. Yes, so those vehicles, Falcon, Takwa, these are like, I don't know, it's like they were just made at the backyard of some garages in Tanzania or Kenya or whatever. These are very uncomfortable but very strong buses, very old. By the way, those buses are not even allowed to enter South Africa because South Africa considers them to be wrecked. They are not even allowed to penetrate into South Africa. They say they are not safe on the road. Well, to some extent, I remember. So in case you have a budget, a tight budget, I can tell you, I'll give you time. For example, you start off in the morning at 5 in the morning. That bus will take the whole day, night. Imagine you are going to reach at night. The bus will still continue the following day. The following day by 21, 22, boom, you have arrived in Dar-es-Salaam. So you take like 1.5 days you are in Dar-es-Salaam. So that one is fairly cheaper. Then there is the cheapest of the cheapest. The cheapest of the cheapest mode is to go by train. By the way, the train most of the time will not start off from here. I've used the train before I even started YouTube. If you love fun, the train will take you 3 nights. 3 nights you are on that train. It is extremely very cheap. Yes, it's very cheap to travel from Lusaka. You have to go to Kapirimposhi. You know, Lusaka, Kabwe, Kapirimposhi. After Kapirimposhi, that is where you catch on this train. You start going to Dar-es-Salaam. You spend the first night, you are still on the road. Second night, you are still on the road. Third night, the train is still going. Sometimes you arrive on the 4th night. That is when you arrive in Dar-es-Salaam. So these are the 3 main modes of transport. Air, 2 hours. Bus, 1.5 days. Train, 3 nights. You arrive with sometimes the 4th night. That is when you are arriving there. So it's up to you to choose according to your budget. So most of the time, like the rich people say, time is money. 2 hours you go. Sometimes, for example, if somebody told me, would you go by train again? I'm telling you, I think about it and I say, I don't think so. But I can do that one based on a few things, based on experience, because the last time I just used the last time I went, I just went for fun. I was not even creating content on YouTube, so I would love to do that one just for the sake of making a video for you guys. Then I would take a train. Otherwise, you have to be spending money, breakfast, lunch, supper, 3 days. You see? So you'll be spending more money. By the time you are reaching, you are even wondering why you never took a bus. If you take a bus, the carelessness of our friends in Tanzania, the Tanzanian kinds of driving, when they are driving, the Swahili drivers, my friends, comment down below if you've been on a Takwa or Falcon. It can be very uncomfortable. There was one Takwa I used, the seat where I sat, it was raining on the way. I'm telling you, it was like I was outside. The rain was pouring down on my seat. When I tried to complain to the conductor, look what is happening here, to say maybe I could change, but the bus was full. And it was the same story to many other seats. The other worst part which I hated was when in the night, when that bus is moving, you would have bed bugs. Yeah, there were a lot of bed bugs which would deal with you. By the time you are coming, you have swollen spots where the bed bugs were hitting you. I don't know why they never fumigate these buses and so forth. But they are strong engines, of course, but they are extremely old, maybe even ugly, so to say. But if you want to reach, they still do their thing, although sometimes they'll have a lot of breakdowns. They can move from Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya. That is how far these Takwa buses move. They even go to Congo DR. Yeah, Lubumbashi, something like that. Well, so those are the 3 modes of transport. Are you buying a car? Please, if you can, I'm here. You can contact me. There are few people in the diaspora who are telling me of a possibility of getting a car. Yes, I encourage people. No wonder I've been there several times, because if you buy your own car from Japan, a pre-owned with good mileage, maybe 20,000, 50,000, but under 100,000, I advise people order your car, because at least that vehicle will save you for some time. There are many people who have insisted in buying vehicles locally. They landed in a lot of problems because they had to change a lot of stuff. The suspension, the engine is tired. By the time somebody is selling a car within Zambia, my friend, that car, you need a mechanic every week. Is that a car you need? I don't think so. So, guys, until next time, suggest another topic about traveling to Tanzania. If you are new on my channel, subscribe, turn on bell notification, give this video a thumbs up. Compliments of the season, guys. I hope you are enjoying and having good time with your family, friends in this season of love and giving. I'll see you in my next one. Adios.